Hey everybody, Wildman Wes here.
I'm Heavy.
And welcome to What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas, where we have 24 beers in our Iowa Craft Beer Tent Advent Beer Calendar, and we try them out and decide whether they make the naughty or the nice list. Yesterday's beer was rather nice, wasn't it, Hefe?
It sure was. I was happy to be here.
And hopefully, today's is just as nice. Let's pop it open. I'm excited.
That's my side of the box. I was just helping. It's a 12-ounce can.
But it's Reunion Brewing.
Oh, you knew that right away.
Oh yeah, just see.
Reunion Brewing Skelenot Peanut Butter Chocolate Chip Cookie Inspired Stout.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Boy,
Not necessarily Christmas themed, but with a description like that is definitely a Christmas present.
And not just that, but Reunion Brewing out in Iowa City makes some damn good beer. We've had some Reunion before. They really haven't failed to impress. And you and I both are fans of not just chocolate in our beer, but also peanut butter. And when you put those two together, you get a bibbidi-bobbidi brew. And I'm excited.
We're looking at a 6%. It says inspired stout, so that'll be fun. Yeah, it's really cool artwork on the can, but yeah, peanut butter chocolate chip cookie, like
lots of promise. Please. Lots of promise.
Yes,
and
please.
Hopeful deliver.
Oh, that is dark.
Oh, that head is thick. That is thick.
All right.
For inspired, they're not wrong. Body, a little bit light, which inspired will do that.
The hell is that? Just like, what is on the nose here?
I'm getting a lot of peanut butter on the 3 sniff.
I'm getting... Okay, yes, 3 sniff I am getting peanut butter. But on the initial whiff, I don't know what the hell that smell is, unless it's just like straight up raw cookie dough. I don't know.
I like eating raw cookie dough.
See, I don't know.
It helps with my season of depression.
I don't know. I'm still.
Well, we're committed.
We're here.
Yeah. Yes. Cheers. Nice. Not thrilling, but nice. It's a little more peanut buttery than chocolatey.
I'm fine with it being peanut buttery or chocolatey, but
here we go. Hefe, what was the name of your horse again? I'm drawing a blank.
No, Claudia does not need to come into this.
Okay.
No.
I was worried for a second.
No, here's the thing. It's the level of carbonation. Like, the flavor is not bad. The flavor's not bad. I am getting the chocolate. I am getting the peanut butter. I am getting that cookie dough. Very, like that. It's very raw cookie dough. Not just cookies. I'm getting, like, the eggs, and...
That's fair.
The flour. I'm getting all of these other elements. I'm getting that, but what I'm not getting is beer. I'm not getting beer at all, and that hurts me. I think we're gonna have our first divisive one. I'm gonna go with naughty.
Oof.
I'm not mad at the beer for trying, because he was just saying, good props to the brewery for always coming up with something tasty, but it tastes good. But the full effect of the beer, I'm really let down overall. That lack of carbonation, it's nothing. I got nothing. It's just flavored liquid, and I feel like since we've rated a beer based on that before, where it tastes okay, but the contents of the beer has no carbonation, or it's just not delivering as a beverage, then I think that I just have to be fair and just say, I'm sorry, I think that I feel naughty. I just feel like You guys, this could have been so much better. It tastes good. The flavor is good. I will say the flavor is good because a lot of the taste also has to do with that carbonation as well.
No, and I understand and appreciate where you're coming from on that one.
It's a little smoky, definitely chocolatey. I'm getting peanut butter, but everything. It's weird, but it's like raw cookie dough. It's just not. It's not taken all the way. It's not cooked all the way. It's not finished. Had there been more carbonation in this, that would have been nice. Absolutely, I'd be right there with you. No. But yeah, it's just liquid flavor at this point.
No, and you know what? I totally understand where you're coming from on that one.
Drinking it.
We can put this can aside because it does have a little bit of a skeleton horror theme to it.
I do like it. It's pretty cool.
And we have a movie reviewer. Hefe's going to be joining me on this one. And I've realized something. Out of all the years that we have done holiday movies for this series and Shocktoberfest, we tend to do at least one horror-themed holiday movie. Hefe has never once reviewed anything with me on Shocktoberfest. Not because I didn't want him to, it's just we live so far away and just timing.
Just never happened.
Timing's a bitch. It really is. And that's why today we're going to give you the best of all worlds. We're going to be talking about 2017's Anna and the Apocalypse. And not just that, I'm going to give you a bonus on my end. Because there's a good chance a lot of you might be feeling a little tired of my pretentiousness of talking about a movie review and giving a summary. Therefore, Wildman Wes is taking the reins off of this review. Hefe, I want you to do the honors to start off this review on Anna and the Apocalypse.
Okay. I have words. Okay. To be fair, I took very detailed notes. I took myself out of my normal movie watching experience, and I went back to my theater days where I would literally sit into a dark theater and I would scribble notes on a notepad based on anything that was happening in the moment. So Anna and the Apocalypse. It is a very most people probably would not click on this unless they saw either a preview or they saw someone talking about it, because it just looks like one of those low-budget films. To be fair, the first thing I noticed was that it was from Orion Studios. And Orion Studios, when was the last time you saw anything from Orion? Probably the early 90s.
RoboCop 2? RoboCop
maybe
3?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's exactly. It's like, I could not tell you the last time I saw that title card. And I was like, what year is it?
Yeah, I was thrown off too.
Yeah, so immediately right from the start. So just to give you a gist of what the movie is, to give you as an expectation here. It is a high school drama, Shaun of the Dead-esque musical horror zombie film. Take with that what you will. I will say right from the beginning, it obviously had Shaun of the Dead vibes. Basically, turning off the radio when they start talking about something important, and be like, oh, we're going into, like, basically, what was the words that they used? I can't remember. But it was on the radio in the car, and she turned off the radio as they were saying, like, it's gone from just an infection to a serious thing. The CDC is a click. Okay, also, keep in mind, too, it is in the UK. It's in, England. So it's a typical teenage drama. It takes place in a high school. There is a girl protagonist and her best friend who is a boy. So will they, won't they? He's probably gay, but they never...
Careful, dude!
I know.
Good night, everybody!
It's her senior year, and the whole point is that everyone's talking about their future, like what they're gonna do, because it's her senior year, what are they gonna do? Her dad is a janitor at the school she goes to, and she says, I'm not going to university or college. And he does not like this at all. And now the question is like, are you ruining your life? But the whole time that they're having this normal teenage drama, zombie things are happening in the background. That's what makes it Shaun of the Dead-esque. I mean, and that's totally fine. Like, totally go with your own way. Because if there's anything that I learned about watching the film, and people referring to it as Shaun of the Dead. It's that in Shaun of the Dead, Simon Pegg is walking around and just completely oblivious to the world. Everything's quiet, but like you're supposed to watch what's happening around him. In this world, because this movie is a musical, and I put in all caps on my notes, is this a musical? It is. The world is as oblivious to the main characters making it a musical as the main characters are oblivious as the world becoming a zombie apocalypse. That's really its redeeming quality there, is that like, okay, you're not just giving it an excuse of like, oh, I'm just dumb and I don't notice my surrounding. I'm literally singing a song like, and everyone's ignoring me, so they pretend I'm not here as much as I pretend the world's not there. So they're just taking themselves out and they're making the world around them not real because what they're dealing with is just their internal struggle of accepting, am I making the right choice in life? Which is funny. Maybe that's too deep of a cut, but anyway.
Very deep.
Yeah. I did find it funny that the first song had absolutely zero choreography, and it was just people singing and walking around doing the random things. And I was like, okay, that's kind of boring.
Oh, kind of like Rent. I'm kidding. I'm a theater person, too. I can make jokes.
The second song started incorporating some more choreography, but then it was the only song that incorporated choreography. Choreography with background characters, I should say. It was the only one involving, to my next note here, where it's basically just like, it's High School Musical, because it was in a cafeteria, everyone's singing, and everyone's like... Anyway, so the whole point, so basically, they don't even realize that they're in a zombie apocalypse until about halfway through the movie. Halfway through the movie, that comes up, and it's just like, okay, and they've made it very clear, you have to be bitten to be infected with the zombie virus, which seems to be everybody. But at the same time, the high school is doing their theatrical Christmas show, which, what the hell does that even mean? Because first off, I really hate it when a movie is putting like a high school theater production in the background, and it's as if they've never been in a high school theater production, because none of it ever makes sense. I'm like, doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, are you just saying because you're a small school, like your cafeteria was really small? Like, I get it if you had a low budget, but it's like, none of it, I'm just not believing it. The person who's going to be taking over as headmaster of the high school is on a total tear, and it doesn't make any sense. So half the movie, the zombie apocalypse is a background thing. The second half of the movie, zombie apocalypse is very much on the forefront. But all the characters that you dealt with in the first half of the movie are very much on the opposite side for the second half, because now that you know about these people, you have to see how they deal with this zombie apocalypse. Pretty interesting. I took a lot of notes, but I'm not going to talk about absolutely everything that I talked about, because really the big thing for me is I really love the creativity in the zombie kills. The zombie kills, especially at the bowling alley, my favorite part was after they decapitated a zombie, the head rolled back into the ball return. That's hilarious. Okay, some of these characters, I felt like they were just pushing too much or pushing too hard, and it was just like, why are we trying this? Because the whole trope of the boy being the girl's best friend, but like, oh, I really love you, but I'm never gonna say it, and you're never gonna be my girlfriend thing.
Meanwhile, in the friend zone,
I definitely feel like the whole term of best friend, and she looked at him in the eyes, and you're my best friend. Like, she made it very clear she's not attracted to the guy at all. They took the teenage drama to another level, which, again, that's what they were going for. It makes sense. So, like, I tried not to knock it so much on that. But for me, it was about story progression. And the one character that had the most obstruction to story progression was the new headmaster of the school. Savage. It was unnecessary. He was really annoying, and I'm just like, it's a zombie apocalypse, dude. Like, let it go. Knock it off. You're a jerk. Coming to the end of the film, I called them ADHD zombies because they're not really like inspired by food or eating flesh or brains or anything. It's just like whatever's shiny and in front of them at the time is what they're focused on. Like that's just a dumb zombie. It should be easy to handle. And just by the end, with the characters that died and who was left alive, honestly, it wasn't even a happy ending. Even though they tried making 2 of the characters smile at the end, I'm like, it was just sad. And it made me just be like, that's not a good, I don't know. What did I expect for an ending? I don't know. It's a musical zombie horror Christmas movie. So,
welcome to the holiday horror seasonal depression.
Hey, no, dude, no, bro. Hey, look. What was the movie with David Harbour? The one where he was Santa and he was killing everybody.
Oh, Violent Night.
Violent Night. Freaking fantastic movie.
I was making a joke.
Would you consider that horror though, or more action?
Action.
Okay, I guess I bet it's a gruesome action.
Dark comedy action.
Yeah. So I would just be like, okay. I mean, obviously, even anything else involved in that, but I definitely it was just sad, and I'm like, none of the characters that survived. I mean, one of the characters I expected to survive, but most of them just like, why? I don't know. And I can't say that any zombie movie ever ends on a happy note, but like, why try to make it happy by making the character smile? Like, we're driving away.
That's
why
right.
Are you happy? Why are you happy?
Hefe, I appreciate that you've given us quite a rundown of this film with all of your likes and dislikes. I'm going to do my best to give my abridged version of what I like and what I don't like about this film. What I like about this film is they tried to make it, I wouldn't say their own. They did, but they didn't. They inspired themselves with the George A. Romero trilogy. They inspired themselves maybe taking a little liberties with Shaun of the Dead. They also, with the musical concept, definitely on that sense of the Troma Poultrygeist, Night of the Undead Chicken, Living Chicken, whatever you want to call it. I've watched that movie so many times I forget what the damn title is, but I digress. I do appreciate the social commentary when it comes to the concepts of the high school kids. Will they, won't they? What are they going to do with their lives? Even with social media, being a 2017 film where people are filming everything on their phones. It's right in front of you. Run.
Yeah, I did like that aspect of it too. That they were like, oh, check out the hashtag. What was it? Evacuate selfie or something. And they were like, okay, I'm heading out, but hey, here's me with a zombie behind this fence. That was pretty funny. There were like 700,000 people posting on there, and I was like,
true.
All right. Well, I mean, to be fair,
that's
the kind of world we live in.
And what I didn't like about this film is the fact that they tried to make you feel emotionally invested in characters, and then they get bitten, and then you feel sad. And this is supposed to be a dark comedy, and yes, in dark comedies you can feel a little emotion, but there is a fine line, and eventually it does tend to fall a little bit flat. And this is coming from somebody who is aficionado of horror films, especially comedy horror. Well, we could talk more and more about this, but I guarantee we have droned on quite a bit. We have, and I feel that this beer that we had before got us on our high horses a little bit. Claudia did make an appearance a little bit.
She did not.
Charlene made an appearance, even for an abridged version. But we gotta grade this movie. I'll go first. As much as I wanted to give it an opportunity, I would say this is probably... I would maybe watch it one more time to see if I missed any hidden Easter eggs for other films. However, I won't give this a failing grade, because when it comes to my worst state of movies series, if there's a rewatchability possibility, it gets a passing grade. I'm going to say D+. I
like that you were the rewatchability possibility. I give it a B minus because
A B minus.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
There were a lot, to me, the redeeming qualities were its originality, the creative way that they had the zombie kills. But I would say B minus because it's like, yeah, it's high school drama, and yeah, it's overplayed characters, and yeah, a lot of the characters that you want to survive don't, and the ones that do shouldn't. But I still feel like it had more creativity than expected.
No.
I will say it had more creativity than expected. So B minus, but even then, I mean, like B minus, maybe C plus.
Well,
and I would still say, if someone were to say, "Hey, should I check out this movie?" I would say, "Do you like musicals? Do you like zombies? Do you like Christmas?" Then yes.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our very extended episode. We don't get these very often, but we're going to. I'll do my best to crop it to where we sound like we're making as much sense as possible. The beer definitely makes things not make as much sense. However, if you have had this beer and seen the movie and you agree with us, either way, leave a thumbs up, and if not, we totally understand. If there's things that you really want to talk about, regardless of the beer or the movie, we got that comment section below. Put a comment in. Let us know what you think. We really like to know what you have to talk about these things, because it is important to have that nice community. Otherwise, make sure you share on social media, but most importantly, push that subscribe button. Also, check out Hefe at Beer You, Beer Me with his beer-related content, as well as Beard Wizard Man with his. Until then, I'm Wild Man Wes.
I'm Hefe.
And we will see you next time on What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas. Take care, and don't get bitten.